I think that you're absolutely awesome, and I know so much about you, and I just can't wait for the audience to just learn more about you. Um, Tell us, what was it like? Because we have a lot of women who are watching. What was it like? And I'll just, keep it real. Just, you have described yourself kind of unconventional in terms of your appearance. And although let's be honest, hair and everything, it's, people are much more evolved, although we have a long way to go. And in terms of women and women of color in particular, and the challenges that we face, I was going to say have faced, but we still face in some situations. Not only do we have to worry about being an A+ lawyer, we also have to worry about appearance and whatnot. Right. Tell us, what was that like for you, particularly, you're in Rockville, because Rockville is, upper income, higher end, whatnot. Tell the audience, keeping it real, like, what was it like for you, and what made you say, the heck with it? I'm me, and I'm standing in it, in my truth, in my beauty.
Right. And that was, again, you have to make conscious decisions. For me, I made a decision to bloom where I was planted. Bloom where you are planted. And I used to tell my girls who were incarcerated or coming off drugs and alcohol, BWRP, BWRUP, BWRP, bloom where you are planted.
I love it.
URP, BWRP, right? So I was in a situation where this is my area. I grew up in Montgomery County. I grew up the only Black kid, XYZ, right? I have a degree in African and American Studies that I designed myself because being so other and having other people tell you who you are was no fun for me. So I was like, I need to know for myself about my people, the children of the diaspora, the descendants of the enslaved people, because I was in Mississippi. So there was a lot of proud, strong, my community was Black. So coming up here to Maryland and finding out that, Black people this and Black people that, I was like, Black people do everything where I came from.
Right.
So when it was time, I'm like, well, why wouldn't my office be across the street from the courthouse? There was nobody to tell me that it couldn't.
Right.
And so, but then when I started going to court and I was the defendant every time I walked in.
Explain, elucidate that for the audience, please, because as attorneys, we know exactly what you're talking about.
In Montgomery County, bless them, I'm obviously well known now, so it doesn't happen. But, when I started, I'd walk into the courtroom, I'd have on this suit. Now my hair has always been natural. It's locked. I don't put any coloring in it. The lipstick is a new addition. Didn't used to. So I would, very natural, pretty low key. So a lot of times the sheriffs just presumed, ma'am, you can't go there. And when I would be trying to go across what we call the bar to sit in counsel's table, ma'am, you can't sit there. I'm like, oh,
wow.
You see this? You see the briefcase? Do you see the suit? Why would you presume that I was the defendant?
Right.
It happens a lot. Frederick County, the only place, and I love practicing in Prince George's County for this reason. I love going to Prince George's County, where some attorneys don't. I love going to Prince George's County because when I walk in that building, it's presumed that I'm an attorney. And
isn't that just a different experience though? Because I feel that as well.
Yeah, I love it. And it's so respectful, yeah. So, and I tell people this, there's some folks who think, well, maybe I need, the Archie Bunker mentality. I need a good blank lawyer. I need a good white lawyer. I need a male lawyer. And I tell them, that might be an easier path in your mind because of your stereotype. But what wins cases is more often than not, it's going to be the facts of the case and your knowledge of the facts and your knowledge of the law and how you put that together.
And
so that's it. And your reputation.
I was about to say, because now, because you go in, you're a hardcore litigator and you win and you have success for your clients. Do you find that the aesthetics and all that other stuff, is that just secondary now because now they see, it's Attorney Angela Hansen?
It's Mrs. Hansen. And I've been in Montgomery County Circuit Court where an attorney that's not well known would make a proffer to the court. And the person on the bench goes, well, I don't know you, but I know Mrs. Hansen. And if Mrs. Hansen says that's how it is, that's how it is, and I appreciate that. There's a reason why you want a lawyer who is more seasoned, and even though I've only been litigating now for 12 years, but doing that with the background as a minister. Did we mention that I'm a minister?
Yes.
Who's been ministering in this environment for so long. So when I walked into court as a litigator, they already knew I was a minister because they had seen me, walking in with people before, and it was hysterical. One judge said, Mrs. Hansen, well, you certainly now have all of your bases covered. You're a minister and a lawyer. Because most people didn't know that I was a lawyer for the 30 years that I've been out there working in the community, NAACP parent council. And,
wow,
it didn't come up.